Welcome back. What you've done, Gumbanjo joins us now. He's the president, National Association of Telecom Subscribers, and also of Consumer Rights Advancement Organization. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
Well, we just had Mr. Jobo talking about what the Commission is doing about complaints that subscribers, of which you heard the association have. Have you reached out to them lately, and what kind of response do you get either from the subscribers? Because he says, we know the challenge you're going through, and we're looking into that.
Thank you very much. I must say that, you see, NCC understands the challenges, but unfortunately, they don't hit the nail on the head by actually sanctioning them. What do I mean? For instance, the complaint process is, you first of all complain to the offending network operator, and thereafter, once you are not satisfied, then you escalate to NCC's 622. We agree that's a good step in the right direction, but unfortunately, subscribers are very frustrated even to get to, speak with the network operator.
Any specific case?
Several cases, several. Particularly their customer care 180, 111, 222, 200, and all that. You seem to want to, get at them, and unfortunately, what you get, they keep telling you of their promos and all that. You'll be lucky if you, can get them to complain to. Okay. And that, unfortunately, is the first step before you can escalate to NCC.
Now, the thing is, but if they're calling 111-180-222, is there anyone who says, I've called any of those numbers and I never got through, no matter how long or how much I tried, and even when I got through, my challenge was never sorted out?
Yes, there are several of them, several. Mr. Pity, I didn't bring the file here. And once you are lucky and you escalate, yes, the operators, when NCC gets back to them, it is solved. However, some of them also, particularly the network operators, they also don't give necessary and sufficient SMSs for you to understand. Because sometimes, for instance, one of the networks said, load 500, get 1,875. Unfortunately, you are going to leave that particular platform to another platform. They didn't explain that. And when I complained to 622, after complaining to the operating firm, I had to go to the customer care center. And when I complained, yes, 622 took it up, but they still are sending that particular complaint. Unfortunately, I got back to 622, and that is still not tackled yet.
What were you expecting will be the resolution from that?
Well, for them to at least give the customer correct information. You see, the information is never complete, and once they send the SMS, they just say, they just tell you 500, you get this. And they won't tell you that you are going to be migrated to another platform. And, it's a trap, they've set it, and you just get into it.
Is it all of them that do the same thing? Because I think some of them may tell you to migrate, you dial certain numbers to benefit from that.
Yes.
Is it all of them or some?
Some of them. 2 of them in particular. I don't want to mention the networks here.
Yeah, but everybody knows them if they're on that platform.
How does your organization work in terms of gathering some of the complaints that you get?
We get this complaint. We now, because, see, like I told you earlier, the first process is you get to speak with the operator in question. And when you can't get through, we cannot escalate. You must tell all the problems you're experiencing on the network to the network operator. So basically, until then we now escalate also to the NCC and sometimes to the customer centers. And some of the time, yes, but most of the time, it's really not still settled.
If I want, for instance, your organization to take this up, what do I do? Do I call your organization up, or what exactly do I have to do? Or do you go looking for customers who are not happy?
They normally call us.
They normally call you.
Yes.
You have your own number as well. Are you an alternative NCC, or what exactly do you do?
No, because
you're a pilot government.
Not at all. Because we're an association of subscribers. We should be able to at least be part of them by, sorting out their complaints. That is what we do.
Okay, so you're basically involved in customer complaints, and that's it. Have you heard some of the complaints of the people who work in some of the service providers as well?
Oh, definitely. For instance, only recently, the situation that happened with so one particular operator that was, given the outsourcing of some of their services to nationalities of one of the companies in Africa, and looking at the Nigerian company and saying, sorry, you have to sit down, and then you are out, and then they now brought the other African company here. So we did complain, and yes, they responded and said it went through a particular process, it was transparent, but why should it affect the Nigerian outsourcing company? Why do you have to sack the Nigerian outsourcing company and bring in the other African outsourcing company? So that is still on. It's a pity we don't have the money to challenge this in court, but we just have to make complaints.
You look at issues of subscribers and Nigerian staff in this telecom company.
Precisely. It's all because whichever way you look at it, they're also subscribers. Yes.
But the thing about all of this complaint is, what do you do when maybe a telecom operator tells you, look, our base stations generating sets, several of them have been stolen. We're trying to replace them as much as we can. And then we're declaring 10% loss as a result of some of these attendant and operational challenges. We've heard your complaint, but we're doing what we can. What do you do in that case?
Thank you. Let me tell you this. Subscribers in Nigeria spend a whopping 212 billion naira every month. That's about 2.5 trillion per year. And if you look at this, that volume is huge. And we suffer so much through, who gains once there is a downtime? It is still the network operator. And what I'm saying is, they should at least compensate. NCC, they do their key performance indicators either quarterly or biannually.
They say monthly.
Okay, they say monthly?
That's why he said this
Yeah,
morning.
he said monthly.
I thought it was quarterly, but he said it's done monthly.
Well, I thought it was quarterly or something. But you see, once they do that, they now find them guilty of some certain deficiencies of their network. Now, who suffers? They now will, give the fine back to government. And each call that we make, I can tell you, there's a little percentage that goes to, government, every call you make, and it runs to billions, every year. And the subscriber that is really injured, that is suffering poor quality service, is never, never, never taken care of.
You want that change, that if the fine, the money should go to...
Rather than hard fines, again, that is, given fines, I want that change. That is what I want to set for the new AVC for NCC.
Let's expand it. Since he's new, he's going to be looking for, look, how do I improve? Where do I look at to strengthen the Commission's capability to perform their functions? What message would you be giving him?
Thank you. I would want to tell him to at least look at the subscriber as suffering terrible poor quality of service, and to compensate subscribers by giving soft fines through given free airtime from the network operators to the subscriber that has really suffered injury. Two, the issue of unsolicited messages. It is so terrible. Let every SMS that is sent be, having, just like the internet, if you want to unsubscribe, click this. So any SMS that comes, if I don't want it again, I should press this, or I should dial this, or I should do this code, and I won't see it again. Every SMS.
So are you saying that if you have to send the unsolicited messages, it should come with that option.
Precisely. Every SMS.
So
just like every message on the internet. I mean, on your email. So that is what I want. Then, cybercrime, mobile phone crime. They should make the process easy. A lot of other dubious subscribers are duping subscribers every day. And we want a situation where a reporting system where if I get to the police will tell me, sorry, because these are other cases that we also handle. The police will tell me, sorry, they are handicapped, they don't have the money to go to the operator, and you have to provide a car, you have to do this, and all that. Let that be a simple method to actually fight mobile crime. All they are doing is just paying lip service to fighting cybercrime or mobile crime. I mean, mobile phone crime. They should be serious and make it very, very simple if we must report mobile and internet crime.
Do you get any complaint about data services?
Oh, several. Terrible. These days, poor equipment are being. It's unfortunate that some of the operators are now using low quality equipment. Again, apart from suffering poor quality of service, they also use very low quality equipment on their masts. And there you are, this customer is still suffering, and yet we are left in the cold, we are never compensated.
Let me bring this bit different from telecoms. I think some time ago you were part of the group that went to court over the, what's that again? The satellite television channel.
Yes.
And you guys lost out.
Yes, we did. We wanted the situation. See, how can you just come and just say you have increased 20% across board? It's never done. They have the volume in their country. Do they just hike prices just like that without corresponding, improvement in their services? It is only here. And when you complain, the court said, sorry, they can increase if they want that. There is a clause that you have signed, and they say they can increase. What do we do? The judiciary have said they can do whatever they like, but it is now left for Nigerians.
They say they can do whatever they like.
Yeah, they said they can increase as they want. That's what the court said. But it's so terrible.
It was predicated on the cases your counsel and that is presented to the court. And so if you have signed those documents, I mean, you can
the sum total is they can now do whatever they want.
But it wasn't completely bad for consumers across board, because for the electricity situation, I understand there was one other case wherein the court says, no, you can't increase your tariff as of yet until certain things happen. So those kind of cases, consumers will be happy in that state, I reckon.
Yes, but because there is a particular caveat there. We are saying if you don't give us our meters, prepaid meters or smart meters, you cannot increase. Thank God that is upheld. At least victory for the consumer at last.
Okay, then, well, we'll just have to, let's see. Okay, well, they are saying, okay, well, keep up a good job, and they hope that the issues can be tackled, especially they're also getting a lot of unsolicited calls. But then, unfortunately, the NCC man had already spoken and left before you come on. But thank you very much indeed for coming on today. Chief Deolu Gobanjo is the President, National Association of Telecom Subscribers, talking about the challenges that they are complaining about.